guys started off a little bit of the craziness, and now we're a little bit calmed down, so it's wonderful. I would agree with Corey, and I will tell you again and again and again, thank you for all that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The goal of this training, you guys, is to support and encourage you. Waumba Land couldn't happen without you, okay? So thank you for taking the time for this. There's usually 2 volunteer trainings a year, one in the fall and one in the spring, so you guys are here at an important time. So thank you for doing that. I have a couple of Waumba Land statistics, and I need you guys to just throw out some answers for me. How many kids do you guys think are in Waumba Land on a Sunday morning?
83.
83. Anything else? 92. 500. It feels like 500. There are a minimum of 100 kids in here on a Sunday. Minimum. Last Sunday it was 125, and we're going up. Okay? So, you guys are really, really important. Okay? So, just for number-wise, 8:30 service a couple Sundays ago, there were 40 kids. At the 10 o'clock service, there were 38, which is not normal. Normally there was like 50-some. 11:30, there were 25. So each service is very important. Very, very important. And it takes approximately 40 volunteers of you guys every Sunday. So then you multiply that times 4 weeks, and that's lots of math. For people that do lots of math. Not me. You guys. I just said, you guys, these are my math people. Anyways, so there are a lot of volunteers. Okay, that's the bottom line. We need a lot of people. It takes over 100 volunteers. There are over 100 volunteers. The point is how important every single one of you is. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And you are important, okay? Very important. You know when you go to church how you like to be fed spiritually and you like people to be prepared and ready. And that's what you guys are for our kids, because this is their church. So anything that we can do to support you, please let us know. Because I think sometimes as we only have 2 of these, and as time goes on, you kind of feel like I might be out there in the trenches by myself. I don't know who to connect with. I don't know who these people are. That's what the goal of today is. Today is to show you who the 4 of us are, and then you're going to meet with your room leader so that you know who they are and who other volunteers in your room are. Because otherwise you feel like you're out there on your own, and you're not. But you guys are important. Okay. So, the reason you're important is because every Sunday, whether you guys come or not, or if something were to come up, there's kids here. For those of you that know, there's kids here all the time, and they're excited to come. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to tell you about this. In their new welcome lunch, we've had new families come, and they get to talk about their experiences they've had here. And 2 weeks ago, was it last week? Whatever the first Sunday of the month was, there were 2 families that told Josh and Liam that they came here because their kids love it. That's because of you guys. Their kids kept on asking them and bugging them and saying, we really like that one church. Can we go back to that one church? That's awesome. That's what we want. We want people to like church. It's not supposed to be a boring, but to just sit still. And it is not that. If you guys ever know and you're back here in kids worship, it is not that. It's awesome. So you guys are important. Kids are important. God is at work. He truly is. So I'm going to run through a couple of basic things that you guys know, but I need to just refresh and remind you of how important it is, because I feel like sometimes as the Sundays go on and we're kind of through the year and we're getting into the busy holiday season and different times, we're like, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal if I miss one Sunday. And it is a big deal. So if you can, I'm going to run through these things real quick. You guys know there's a meeting that starts 20 minutes before every service starts. 8:31, it's really easy because we're in the couch room. It's a calm, quiet place. The 10 o'clock, it's a little bit harder because there's 10 minutes between services. So if you go to the 8:30 service and come back here for the 10 o'clock, and if Josh and Liam talk a little bit too long, sometimes it takes a little bit long to get back here, which is okay. We don't want you leaving church, okay? But as soon as church is over, if on that Sunday when you're scheduled, please come back here as soon as possible. Okay, we really need you guys to be back here and to get that 10 minutes taken care of. So those two things really quick. And then, oh yes, the other things that I'm just gonna run through, there are over 100 volunteers, so everybody's different, all different personalities, different ideas, different ways of handling things. I'm gonna tell you guys this to encourage you, okay? Everybody does things differently. Some people, like during kids worship, sometimes people don't really feel comfortable dancing with the kids. Don't worry about it. Like, it's okay to just do this. It's okay to do that. Or if you want to do this, that's okay. Or if you want to headbang, the kids are watching you, and they get excited when you're excited. But if they're kind of new and they're shy and they're just kind of looking like, what do we do here? They don't know, and they're looking to you guys as their role models to say, what do we do? And so during kids worship, if you're back here, be with your kids. Help monitor some of their behavior. Some of the little ones like to poke and, you know, they get a little antsy, and that's okay. But just kind of get them back in. Okay, so during kids worship, please be involved. And the other things too, you guys have seen there's signs that we just posted up here. We have some kids with allergies. So I'm going to encourage you on a Sunday morning, if kids bring the little goldfish bags back to class, into class, the answer is we don't do that. During class, we don't open goldfish bags. We have some children that are allergic to the cheese on the goldfish, and it would not be a good thing. So after church would be fine, and we're just going to tell the parents and tell the kids no. So just so you guys know, and if you get some guff about it, please talk to your room leaders or to me and say, hey, some parents kind of were not happy about that, or some of the kids weren't happy about that. We will support you guys in that, okay? Like I said, this training is to encourage you guys. So that thing, and then also, you know how they have the name tags on them? Please, please, please do not dismiss children. If they're older classrooms, don't just say, okay, we're done, you can go to your parents. Please don't do that. The parents need to come and get the kids, and the older kids are going to go, oh, but I'm 10, I can do this. And you're right, they can, but we've had a couple of situations where some new families, the parents have been told a friend of theirs that they came to church with that their kids were dismissed, went and picked up a younger sibling and went out to the auditorium. And the parents were very surprised and not very excited about that. So safety concerns are why we're doing it, and if the parents and the kids are kind of bucking against the system and saying, well, no, you know, it's okay, let my kid, or you know who I am about the sticker, just say, you guys, this is for safety, and don't get into a big argument with them, but they need to have the sticker, okay? Please do that, all right? There's one more thing. Oh, the other thing is very important, how you guys are so important. On the volunteer schedule, you'll see them posted on the little magnet boards. You should each have one. If you don't have one, let me know. I'll get you another one. But the purpose of that schedule is to help you plan ahead. You guys are on a color schedule. You know when you're scheduled. If you can't be there, please let someone know ahead of time and we can switch. Like I said, there's always kids here. And if you happen to say, well, there's no one that got back to me, let your room leader know and say, gee, what am I supposed to do? And I really can't be there, but I could help out at another Sunday. That'd be helpful. There's a lot of kids, there's a lot of you, and we really, really appreciate all that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if there's suggestions and ideas that you guys have for how things can be better, I'd love to hear them. Things are always changing back here. So that's all I have for you. I'm going to have Liam come and talk about CCB, and I'll help him a little bit.